Today we've got Dr. Nweze, an economist. Thank you for coming on this morning.
Thank you.
But there's a huge concern if we're speaking about the economy of local governments now, because Akabashiran, they say it's very important that we see how we could start development properly. It's like having a good foundation.
That's right.
With the local government and then build from bottom up.
That's right.
But the economies of local government is something that has always been overlooked. Did we, because when you vied for governorship, did you have any plan in terms of what you wanted to do, and what do you think is wrong with the local government system that we can correct moving forward?
Well, in developing any economy, you have to look at the factor endowment. When I contested the governorship of Ebonyi State, I looked at the factor endowment, as a strategy, economic development strategy, because
not hope. Not hope.
No, just because it's a strategy. Because one is that there's no way you can develop a nation without the local government, because they're the base. And where do you have the resource base? It's the local government, And just to say that the history of the local government in Nigeria, in 1975, or between the late Murtala Mohammed and Obasanjo, they copied from Brazil. This local government autonomy was borrowed from Brazil, where individuals, all the local governments, they separate, had their own this thing. But what happened during the military era? Some of these military boys, when they wanted to retire, they said, I'm retiring, give me one local government. They give local government, all the money goes to them. And then you see one, his job is just to sit, and whatever, he pays salaries, and that's it, no development going on. That was how we came about all these local governments as a retirement payoff to some of these generals, But what happened? They ended up impoverishing the people more, because local government was supposed to bring government closer to the people, but they ended up impoverishing the people more.
But it worked in Brazil?
It worked very well in Brazil, where we copied from, because of the environment. One thing that we do, one mistake we do, is we copy without really considering our own environment. How is it going to benefit?
We copy and paste.
And pastes. You find that most things that we copy and paste don't work. And we need to look at our own characteristics as Nigerians. And even Nigerians, different local government, different states, different ethnic groups, they have their different characteristics. So policies are made to suit those and enable the people to express themselves. So you find that policymakers are sometimes Pharisees. They don't want to go to heaven. They block those who want to go to heaven, but through their policies.
But do we really, listening to Segun Akabashiran, how he spoke up about certain things, and they told him, well, he knew too much, and then they eased him out of the way. Do we really, do you think, are ready for democracy? Can we really, for instance, have local government autonomy, really and truly?
It will be difficult, in the sense that the state, will not allow. Another friend of mine lost his job as a state house member, because he said there was not going to be a joint account, state joint account. He was removed, And today he's in the House of Reps. Was he a local
government chairman?
No, he was in the House. A member of the House, the State House, yes.
So he didn't want that joint account between
the states? He didn't want it, yes. But the governor said, well, you have to step aside.
In other words, he was asking for autonomy.
Yes. So, that he was eased out, and that's what happens. It will be very difficult. The state will fight it, that the local government should not be. And again, when you look at the local government, what about the human capital? In developing any economy, economies are created not by the naira and kobo and dollars and pounds in people's pockets. It's created by the ideas in their heads. There's no way any economy, local government, state, and federal, can develop without really building up the people, the human capital. And the local government, most times, they don't have it. And with those that have it, they migrate. They're not given opportunity to really express themselves.
If we could ask you, what do you think we need to do to make the local government work?
I think one thing is to, because asking for the kind of autonomy that local government wants. It's like creating a state within a state. You know, the local government now will become too powerful. No governor will want to do that.
Too powerful?
Yes.
How? Like a super state inside the state?
Inside the state. They will have resources, you know, under their control. Sometimes they will not, the governor will be wondering, who is the governor here? You know, so it's causing confusion. I think that the way forward is, look, why don't we have, give back the state, the local government to the states?
Can we move forward that way?
Of course. So that the states now will bring all the resources, you know, to the local government, and there should be vertical accountability. There's no vertical accountability anywhere. Well, instead, we have horizontal accountability. The masses, the states should be made accountable to the people. And then, what are you doing within your community? Let's take, for instance, in my village, the governor is from my village. The last time I traveled, I saw the roads that the state is constructing, opening up the whole space, not the local government. In fact, the local government
is not because they're taking the funds of the local government and
I don't know where the funds are coming from. I don't know where the funds are coming from. But we are not told that the local government is doing it. It's the state that is doing it, opening up the space.
You know what? We need to find out why is it the the state government doing it and not the local government, because some say local governments are also supposed to be doing some of those
things.
Things.
Because all these things overlap. So why don't you allow the state to do all of this? And then local government will be to monitor it, to evaluate, you know, make sure that all is in place, you know, and then the environment is sanitary, this and that, just like we had it in the 60s. You know, they were all done by the local council authorities. They had some functions under the state. Now you want the local government to give them, and they become superstars and I mean, who is in charge here? That's the challenge they have. And to stop this fight with the local government, they should just, you know, forget about the autonomy and then make sure that the states their development goes deep down to the local government, and then from there, you know, because one thing we have to understand is that for the economy to grow, we need to begin to make the local government a raw material base.
All right.
You know, for the transition to industrialization of the country.
Okay, that's what we need to anchor. Dr. Austin Nweze, an economist, we thank you for coming on this morning.
Thank you.
I saw Joe Bonfer. I thought it's the same Joe Bonfer on Twitter, so I got my attention. He's talking about the local government as well. Well, that's the show today. It started out as a cold, rainy day, and boy, did we get a warm up eventually. Well, we thank you all for watching, and we'll be back tomorrow. I'm Chamberlain Uso.
Joining you tomorrow, I'm Gimba Umar.